Hi, my name is Chris Denton. So I'm here with Motorcycle Missions in Sturgis, South Dakota, and we are set up at several different events over the course of the week of Sturgis, basically educating the general public on what it is Motorcycle Missions does. We are a 5013C out of Austin, Texas, and our mission is throttle therapy, motorcycle therapy for veterans and first responders. So there's a story that the founder, Crystal, of Motorcycle Missions always wants me to tell. And it's how I became part of the organization. It's more personal than most. It all started for me when I got out of the military in 2004. I was in the Army, Scout, so I'm a combat vet. At the end of the day, I had an alcohol and drug problem, and it almost killed me. In 2021, I had an overdose that landed me in the hospital. And man, I'd always been a big fan of what Motorcycle Missions did. I'd always loved it from afar on video and on the media channels that she would post. And I was always intrigued by it. So I started following and sharing and liking and all the posts that she would put up. And finally one day, they do a build mentorship program, which I thought was pretty rad. And I got a phone call, and it was Crystal. And 3 months after I had the overdose, I was involved in a build in Denver, Colorado, build number 13, one of the State Farm sponsored bikes with Roy's Toys Customs. And as a vet, I wouldn't ever really leave my house. I would go to work and I would go home because honestly, I felt like nobody understood me, and that I didn't fit in anywhere in the circles. I wasn't going to the bars. I wasn't doing the usual things that I'd always done. And to be quite honest with you, I felt alone. Not necessarily shunned, but alone. Seclusion is a bad thing for us. And so with the opportunity to go build this bike, I got around 6 or 8 other guys that, or other veterans, I should say, and first responders that felt like me. They talked like me. We shared so much in common. Some of them were deployed just like me. And it gave me something to look forward to. It gave me, well, just to be honest with you, it gave me hope. And today I'm standing in Sturgis, South Dakota. I would have never in my wildest dreams imagined that I would be in a town with 500,000 people riding motorcycles and doing the things that we do for the community. But here I am, and I can tell you, man, if you get the opportunity to hang out with these folks and to interact with them, you absolutely should, because it's definitely life-changing. I would argue that it helped save my life. I was in a pretty bad place for a lot of years. And this program, it changed me. It gave me stuff to look forward to. Gave me an opportunity to get outside of myself. And it reintroduced my love of motorcycles and the passion that I have for helping other veterans or first responders that felt like I did. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the experience and for the people that I've met, because it's life-changing. See? Whew, man, it's rough, thinking back on those days, because it was dark and there wasn't a lot of good things happening. And now I just finished a 12-hour across South Dakota ride, and I feel amazing. Yeah, I need a minute. So if you're like me and you've been struggling, whether it's mentally or emotionally, those things that that people just don't talk about. If you need a break, you need to get out of the house. You need to find something to do. That's what I tell everybody. I volunteer at the ADAP program over at Fort Carson, and I tell soldiers all the time, active duty, get outside of the house, go for a walk. Get on your bike. Pick up a wrench, work on something, just anything to get your mind to relax, to slow down a little bit, and that's what this program does for me. Whether I'm you know, talking to other veterans, first responders, or I'm just on the bike in my own world. When the helmet goes on, everything stops, you know, and it makes it tolerable, borderline fun. So, I mean, whatever you have to do, you know, but you got to do something. You can't just sit there and live in the regret or live in the issue that you face. You need to get up and, you know, so to speak, put your boots on and do something about it. And this is a great opportunity, you know, to meet people and do some really, really cool stuff. I mean, we just attended the Trash Performance Bike Show. You got celebrity bike builders walking around there shaking hands, and it's just neat to talk to them, you know, and then you get to go to their shop and you get to sit down with them. Like the track days, I've flown out to Texas for track days, and I've never been on a sport bike on a track before, but that was all made possible by Motorcycle Missions. Experience of a lifetime for me, you know. It truly is life-changing.